Hello and welcome to another IndySoft Tip Tuesday. Today I want to talk about bulk exporting of documents. We get requests pretty frequently of saying, hey, can I get all my certificates for a particular customer for the last year? Or how could I just pull up a bunch of different documents quickly and export those out? We've got a variety of different places where we can do that. And I wanted to just give you a quick walkthrough of some places I think it's very beneficial, and hopefully that helps you whenever you get these types of requests. So the first place I'm going to go is Equipment Finder. Equipment Finder has a lot of different options in here, and I'm sure you're very familiar with how we use Equipment Finder on a day-to-day basis, and if not, there are tons of other videos that sort of mention it. So in this scenario, I'm just going to bring in a bunch of records. So right now I have assets available to me. You'll notice in the top right corner this icon is now selectable. And when it says print selected equipment, it means I can print a variety of options there. One of the most common requests is certificates. So I'm just going to do highlighted equipment for right now so I don't get overwhelmed with a bunch of different documents. But what I can do here is I can choose a specific calibration event. Maybe you have a customer where you're trying to print just all the certs from all the on-site work you did for them, and you have a different on-site calibration event. So in the event type, I could choose just that on-site calibration event if I had something like that. In this scenario, I'm just going to use CalTest. Or every calibration we've ever done for them. Anything that you've got flagged in Workflow Config as a calibration event, it's going to be in this output that we're going to choose. Now, we can do a range, we can do a huge period of time, all that sort of available to us. I can directly print it. You know, if I want to just output it physically and I was, sending this to a customer in the mail, you can of course do that. You can also download them as zip and email it to the customer. Another cool option here is that you can save it as one PDF file. What this does is it takes every single certificate and merges it in together into just one specific PDF. That's a request we've had many times through the years, but it just says it just helps solve that problem of like, hey, I need my certs. I think that's a common request that comes in. So a great tool there for that. And again, you're just going into your Equipment Finder and pulling it up. I'm going to show some other ways of doing this in a second, but I want to finish reviewing what all else exists here. Event documents. Same concept as what you're going to do for certificates, but obviously those types of documents are different than a certificate, so we have them separated. Now this will pull in all the event documents. If you've attached something to an event, if you've generated a report from it, if you've generated a sticker from it, all of that will come in this option. There's no breakdown of just getting the stickers. And this is a great way of getting those stickers. So I would choose what events I want it from. You get the exact same options as you did before. Now the trick with the stickers, it's going to be a PDF. When you're reprinting a PDF to a sticker printer, it's not the same as when we print directly to that printer and we call the printer driver and we send it over. You might see some variation in how it looks. It'll give you the PDF, it'll give you the output, but it's just not quite the same. If you're looking to reprint a perfect sticker, that's when you want to do sort of like a sticker reprint event. That's something that we do pretty commonly here. So it sends it back to the printer driver directly without being a PDF that is then sent to the sticker printer. But this is a great way of getting those event docs out. If you have a customer who's requesting all their different attachments for whatever reason, maybe sort of Excel sheets, if you want to get that to them, that's the type of thing that would come out here and be exported. Print P-Touch stickers. Now I mentioned a second ago in event docs that the stickers will save as a PDF. We also have sort of that legacy Brother P-Touch printer sticker option. This will do the same thing but in bulk. So if I do this, you're going to see choose the event type and the sticker type that I'm using here that I have set up for my Brother printer. That is different than what you find in your Print Builder sticker print up and the thing more commonly used. But if you are someone who uses the Brother P-Touch sticker printer option, we have this available for you. You can do it here. Print worksheets is another great option. So you have someone that's going on site. Let's say you use worksheets for your on-site work. Someone's manually filling a bunch of things out. This is really cool to say, hey, give me all the equipment I'm going on site with. I could make a advanced equipment selection here to get just those specific assets and then print a bunch of worksheets. So that stack of worksheets would then be available for them to take in the field, do whatever they want with them and bring back later. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I find we see worksheets a lot less ever since, we moved more to cloud-based and web tier options, because then when you have internet, why manually write something when you can just type it in? But there are still those scenarios where you're doing work inside a cave that has a Faraday cage inside that particular cave, and you just can't get internet. So still a good option, still there. Another tool here, print list of selected equipment. I just have a bunch of this, and I want to print it out kind of nice and neat. That's what this will do. It looks more like our legacy standard reports that you're probably used to interacting with. A little less options than what's available here, but of course you can choose your fields and just sort of print to screen in this example. And I could have a list of equipment and hand that for someone. Hey, go check these items. There's something going on with it. Just if you need to do some sort of physical printing, or even email a list. It's a nice way of doing it, but there are some other tools I think probably a little bit better for that. But yeah, that's just a list of a way of pulling up a large amount of equipment, say specifically for a customer, and getting a bulk export of things like certificates, event docs to them. I think that's a really beneficial tool. But this is just pulling up by equipment. So I want to show one other place you can do it, and then a quick reminder at the end of a third way. Event Finder. So this is great when you need to go and find those specific events. So I've got company as Cyberdyne. I could say I want specifically include an equipment filter as well, maybe a specific manufacturer's equipment. Any sort of filter you can come up with for whatever reason, you can put it in here. But again, I'm going to select how many events have been done for Cyberdyne in this system. Not a lot for them. We have a lot of assets, but not a lot of work done. And what I can do here is, instead of that top right option you saw in Equipment Finder, that sort of print icon, here it's located under a right-click option to print related documents. I can print certificates and I can print event documents. So this gives you some control over where in the Equipment Finder window, you let me go back to it real quick. You saw when I was printing certificates, I got this sort of event type and range option here to do it. Here that's missing because that's really what your event search is doing already. So however you need to define this to pull up what the customer is requesting or you need for your own purposes, that's chosen here. Bring that list down, and then when I go to print related documents or event documents or certificates or event documents, you're going to see a slightly smaller selection option window, but you do still have that save as PDF. You can still can print directly to the printer. All available to you there. It's great to have more flexibility in what events you're returning to then better control your output of what sort of certificates or documents the customer needs. And like I mentioned, a quick third one, Navigator. Navigator is a tool we've had around for a very long time, multiple decades, and it's got the same options as what you would find in that Equipment Finder. It's just, you have to build out your Navigator list and then do that to export. But again, everything in there works pretty much exactly the same as what you would find in Equipment Finder. I went a little longer than I'd like. Sorry, I went more detail. I just want to highlight each one of those options for you because I think it's really great when you have that request of, hey, I need to bulk get some stuff out. We got some great tools for it. Thank you for using IndySoft. We appreciate you so much as customers. And if you need anything, never hesitate to reach out to support. Have a great day.